Okay.
Testing 1 2.
Hello, hello. Oh dear. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool. My name is Bookmongrel, and I feel like today we have a bit of a serious little topic to talk about. I'll wait until people join so I can start talking about it. But this is, I'm not kidding. Like it's bad. It's getting bad. And it's only gonna get worse. All right. Okay. Actually, I feel like Matryoshka doesn't even fit today. Sorry, buddy. Let's just move you over there for a little bit. No Matryoshka for today. So, UK bill. What was that bill? Alright. I'm just gonna get to the fucking meat of it right now. The Online Safety Act is an act of the Parliament of the United Kingdom to regulate online content. It was passed on the 26th of October 2023 and gives the relevant Secretary of State the power to designate, suppress, and record a wide range of online content that is deemed illegal or harmful to children. This statement right here, power to designate, suppress, and record a wide range of content that is deemed harmful or illegal to children. That is a fucking lie. They're using that to censor what little speech we have on the internet. The Act creates a new duty of care for online platforms, requiring them to take action against illegal content or illegal content that can be harmful to children, where children are likely to access it. Platforms failing this duty will be fined up to $18 million or up to 10% of their annual turnover, whichever is higher. It also empowers Ofcom to block access to particular websites. It obliges large social media platforms not to remove and to preserve access to journalistic or democratically important content, such as user comments on political parties and issues. This is also a fucking lie. As it has been stated by, I believe, the Secretary of State, that this bill isn't to do that. That this bill is to prevent people from saying things that they do not want to hear. That's a fucking lie. The Act also requires platform, including end-to-end encryption messengers, to scan for child pornography. Despite warnings from experts that it's not possible to implement such a scanning mechanism about undermining users' privacy, the government has claimed that it does not intend to enforce this provision of the Act until it becomes technically feasible to do so. The Act also obliges technology platforms to introduce systems which will allow users to better filter out the harmful content they do not want to see. This has not happened. The Act stands sweeping and highly controversial powers, yeah, fucking true controversial, to the relevant Secretary of State, allowing them to interfere directly with Ofcom's operations, including the authority to dictate the content of its so-called codes of practice. Critics argue this represents a dangerous centralization of power that compromises Ofcom's supposed independence, and it opens the door to government control on online speech. Correct. They are trying to fucking remove your freedom of speech. These powers, which should be exercised with minimal oversight and under vague emergency justifications, have been condemned as an authoritarian and dystopian in nature. That is also fucking true. This is extremely dystopian. The legislation has thrown fierce backlash both the UK and internationally from politicians, academics, journalists, and human rights organizations who warn that it poses a serious threat to the right to privacy and freedom of speech and expression. That is also extremely fucking true. Within the scope of the Act is to any user-to-user service. This is defined as an internet service by means of which the content is generated by the user to service or uploaded to share on service by user of the service may be read, viewed, heard, or otherwise experienced or encountered by another user or other users. Content includes written material or messages, oral communications, photographs, videos, visual images, music, data, and any data of description. Spotify requires your ass to put up a fucking ID. Okay? This is fucking bullshit. Here, let's close this for a second so I can find the relevant video. Quickly now. Quickly. Because there was a video I wanted to look at. And it is not your freedom of speech that is being removed. It is your fucking freedom of thought. You as a person are getting no, fuck! You as a person are not allowed to think for yourself. That's what this is. You as a person are not allowed to do what you want to do because they deem it incorrect. Here, UK bill controversy. Alright, and this isn't even, okay, so, YouTube requiring ID. That's, here, we're gonna look at this video from Chibi Reviews really quickly, and we're gonna do my first commentary on this shit. This is interesting.
YouTube is rolling out AI.
Alright, here you go. No, not the 7. Let's go right here. Really quickly. Alright.
YouTube is rolling out AI in the United States to detect if users are actually under 18. It ignores the stated age and applies restrictions to users it suspects are teens.
That right there, well, to some people, it may seem, oh yeah, well, they're just trying to protect children. No! That is further documentation on you as a person.
Your Spotify account is getting deleted unless you do age verification.
Yeah. That's also something I wanted to bring up, but we will do that later in today's video. Why the fuck do you need age verification to listen to music? Well, actually, it says slurs. No! Motherfucker, people say slurs all the goddamn time, IRL. We don't need, like, fucking, oh my god, my high school had some of those racist motherfuckers in it. Did we need to constantly document everything they were fucking saying? Hell no! Why the fuck do we need age verification for a goddamn music platform?
Then, Wikipedia is currently in a legal battle with the United Kingdom government to try and stop the platform from being censored.
WTF are you on about?
I'm talking about the shit that's going on. Fucking Wikipedia's being censored. YouTube's being censored. Fucking, in the UK, already, like, you need an ID to go on to Twitter, YouTube, on to fucking Spotify, and this shit's being rolled out to America? We are fucked, dude. Like, this isn't like me saying, oh yeah, well actually it's not that bad. I'm not overreacting for once. Okay, I know I have tendencies to do that shit, but I'm actually not fucking overreacting. You know? Oh dear. You're going to need you, Cody. You are going to need an ID to go on YouTube. You are going to need to put in your ID. And now that doesn't, yeah, in certain instances, you know, it would be proper to give an ID. Like, let's say you're ordering alcohol online. Yes, that is, you do that. You give out an ID to this program or your website that you're on, and then they can verify if you are an adult and you are able to be buying this alcohol, right? You do not need to give a fucking ID because you wanted to watch Skibbity Toilet for 4 hours and now YouTube thinks you're 4. That is what's going on. And it's not because, oh, well, we're trying to protect the kids. Like the UK is already saying. It's not because of that. They are trying, and you can think I'm being fucking... You can think that I'm blowing this shit out of my ass, that I'm just saying this, right? You do not have to give your ID to a website as big as YouTube because they are selling your information. This is an issue of privacy, and this is an issue of your freedom of speech. This is what is going on.
Is trying to get Wikipedia.
No, excuse me.
Let's ban the porn and protect the kids has now turned into straight up the entirety of the internet getting collectively censored back to back. And you can no longer say that this is just affecting, let's say, the United Kingdom.
That shit has always been happening beside all the new censorship stuff.
Right. But it's going further. It is going further than that. Collective shout, more like collective bitchiness, has already forced Steam to remove so many fucking games off the platform. Not even because they're porn or you know, it's like, oh, well, this is too adult for children. It's not for the fucking children! Not everything has to be about kids! Okay? It is your duty as a fucking parent to monitor what your child is looking at on the internet. I wasn't monitored. Okay? I've seen some fucked up shit, but I have learned from that. I'm sure I've seen some fucked up shit on the internet. You weren't monitored. You have learned from that, okay? It is not, and it has never been about the children. It is about getting your information, selling it off, and now the government knows every little fucking thing about you. They know your blood type, they know your sexuality. They are collecting every bit of fucking information about you. I have proven this, by the way. I made a fake account on fucking Facebook at one point. It's Meta now. Shut up, it's fucking Facebook. I made a fake account on Facebook, which requires your phone number, right? And to this day, 5 years later, my phone has not stopped getting spam calls. This is, and I keep getting, the fucking account that I made was called Brandy Alcohol Son. I'm not kidding, because I just wanted to make the most bullshit name ever.
Yeah, I get spam calls all the time too.
Here, I'm taking a screenshot, and it still thinks I'm fucking Brandy Alcohol stuff. Here, I'm gonna throw this fucking screenshot up on the stream in a second. But that's my point. Like, if me doing that on fucking Facebook caused this, and I constantly do background checks about myself all the goddamn time to see what about me is on the internet. This isn't a matter of, oh yeah, well, womp womp, they have all your information, who cares? They have all your information. They are probably going to have your fucking make passwords. And, oh dear, hold on. Okay, I'm not. Do you think I'm overreacting? What do you think about this? What is your opinion on this? Because I really want to have this debate. I really want to talk about this. Okay, here, I'm gonna pull up the fucking image on the stream right now, because I just grabbed it.
Not really. I get why you're mad about it.
Yeah. And you should be too. Not just as an, oh, be mad, be angry, rah. No, like legitimately, this is a serious civil issue that not enough people are paying attention to. Here's the fucking image. Right here. Hi, Brandy. There could be a cheaper rate for your 2008 Chevrolet Colorado. Wow. 2018. Shut the fuck up, Matryoshka. Shadow Room. Wow. I sure do love being known as Brandy Alcohol Son. Here, I'll remove that. Yes. Yeah, let's continue watching this quickly.
This started with a feminist activist group in Australia.
I do get the point with all the porn games,
like
I guess,
Visa
but from what I saw, they
MasterCard
tried
to get
taking down GTA and shit too.
That's right. They're trying. Are you aware of a game called Detroit Become Human? From last I heard, they took that down. Detroit Become Human taken down. Yeah. Look. Collective Shout claims responsibility for Steam game removal of previously targeted Grand Theft Auto 5. Last week, Steam revealed that it may start removing games that violate rules put forward by third parties, such as banks and internet service providers. Around the same time, it was spotted that some adult games were removed from Steam, marking a huge change in practice for a storefront that typically allows all kinds of controversial material on its platform. Collective Shout, a so-called feminist group. That is fucking true, so-called feminist. Oh my fucking god. We can't have games where the women
Best
are in.
viewers on streambo.com.
Shut We can't have games where women are put under distress. You mean all the fucking Tomb Raider games? Oh fuck, hold on. A so-called feminist group that is anti-pornography with a founder who is anti-abortion. Wow.
They would not like so many games if that is what they are after.
Claimed responsibility for this change on Steam and the removal of the games. In a statement, it revealed that it had put pressure on payment processors to tell Steam to remove game containing incest and sexual abuse. Yeah, they did that. But they're also removing this shit! This is a fucking amazing game! This has nothing to do with, oh yeah, beat women, beat women. No! No! This game is telling you the exact opposite of that shit!
That came out in like 2012.
But it's beautiful, it's a great game! Steam was previously pressured into removing adult games by anti-porn and anti-abortion groups. Steam appears...
way off, it was 2018.
Steam appears to be working through its game and slowly delisting titles tagged with rape or incest. The statement reads, on Monday we counted almost 500 games tagged with rape or incest. Today there are 81. We want to see them all gone. However, this is far from the first time Collective Shout has targeted video games, and previously with very dubious claims. Anna Valence purported as much for Vice, but then found that her article had been taken down, accessible by the Wayback Machine, reportedly for concerns around the subject matter. However, her findings about Collective Shout are all publicly available, showing how the group doesn't limit just its campaign to controversial porn games on Steam. In 2018, it shared a petition to multiple stores to stop selling Detroit Become Human in Australia for depicting child abuse, even though it condemns the act and has the player fight the abuser. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's great. Family violence is a big issue in this country and is not something that should ever be considered entertainment, the petition reads. Shame on Sony for allowing the release of such film, and I call on Australia to take a stand against it and ban it from our sales on our shores. Wow. Wow. Oh, God. God damn. This is a major win for women. Major win for women. Ah! God, this is why I fucking hate feminists. I hate modern feminists. I don't hate, like, actual in your values, don't do this shit, be equal. Like, I'm not a feminist, right? I'm an equalist. If a woman has to do these things, a man has to do them too. Likewise, if a man has to go through all this physical labor, so does a woman. Okay? They wanted equality, here's your fucking equality. Back on the point. Previously, the group campaigned against GTA 5 for allowing players to kill female NPCs. In a petition, they cited an instance of a player purposely killing a sex worker. But what about the male NPCs, huh? There's male sex workers in that game. Valence reporting also highlights how the campaign against Steam was co-signed by other groups, including the US-based National Center on Sexual Exploitation, NOCEE. The group takes its efforts further, and its ban against comprehensive sex education what? And is against comprehensive sex education.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they tried taking down Hotline Miami or something like that game.
Probably. This shit right here is against comprehensive sex education. That is what prevents women from getting knocked up at, like, 15.
A big plot of that game is saving a woman getting raped and then she just gets headshot at the end.
Yeah. Well, they would. That's the thing. Oh, well, women's getting raped. You can't have that in a game. It is an expression. It is a narrative expression of real life events. If nobody knows about this, how are people going to deal with this in the future? Having previously celebrated Etsy's ban of items such as adult sex toys, similarly, it has led a campaign against Hoonie Pop, calling Steam to remove the game. You're not gonna fucking remove Hoonie Pop. It was bland enough for Markiplier to play it on YouTube. You're not gonna get that shit removed. All of this is a collective shout. NCOSE? Yes, there you go. And similar anti-porn groups are unlikely to stop at easier targets. Given the wording of the concession made by Steam, all a group would have to do is to get a payment processor on its side, and any game could be removed. And these groups have a history of misrepresenting a game and its contents. At the time of writing, the original report is still...
I actually remember seeing playthroughs of that game from forever ago.
Yeah, it's not gonna get fucking removed if people are playing through that shit. At the time of their writing, the original report is still unavailable on Vice. It remains to be seen if the group is successful in having more games removed from Steam. That's, like... we are fucked. And who is to say that they aren't going to stop at games? They haven't. They haven't stopped at games. They've targeted Twitter, right? There's, let me find the Reddit thread. I know. Such scariness to say, go on Reddit. Raw. Let me find it.
I wonder if they would want to target mods too.
Probably. Not Twitch. Twitter. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So this is from r/vent. It's been 3 years since I came from the UK. No, it's been 3 years since I came to the UK from a country where I needed to run on a VPN to see anything on the internet. I saw it all shut down one by one. Independent media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and even YouTube. LGBT content erased even from fanfiction websites based elsewhere. Rise of omnipresent government and social network. People shrugging it off like they'll never ban everything, right? I've had a glimpse of normal life and now it's coming again. Just like it is with women's rights. You can never relax and stop caring because the moment you do, it'll come and take it all away. To all the people from the UK, see you on the grand line. It's not the government's job to censor the internet for the children. It's the parents' job to supervise and be a part of the children's lives. All these people trying to gaslight you about this for the children need to take a step back and think. Correct! Statement of the fucking day. This is 100% correct. I wish I could give this guy Reddit gold. I'm gonna give him an upvote. Good job. I'm not locked in. Never mind. Hard agree. People need to realize the internet has not, it is not, and will never be safe for kids. Trying to censor it for kids is not only futile, but it's almost always a disguise for an authoritarian power grab. Trying to make
Plus all the other shit like the dark web stuff that they probably just can't do shit.
Correct, yeah. What are they going to fucking do? They're trying to ban VPNs, dude! What? Huh? Trying to make the internet safe for kids is like demanding the highway have a speed limit of 5 miles per hour so kids running onto it won't get hurt, but instead of telling the parents to keep their kids off the fucking highway. Fair! Those of us old enough to remember the unregulated internet have been watching this happen since the turn of the century. Once there was money to be made, once the big corporations moved in, mass data collection started, and real anonymity was made harder. Everything became monetized. Once that was achieved, it has to be sanitized and controlled, which just involves leading governments and bribing the right people. We've gone from an open internet and a space control to a space controlled by governments and large multinationals. Kids will never experience days of buying and selling on the internet with no taxes. I don't know what else has been censored yet, but I can't even view people's profiles on Reddit anymore because they allegedly have mature 18+ content on them. I can guarantee it's not porn that's on those profiles. It's probably just normal adult topics and that's discussions. Frequently, I want to go on people's profiles to find more info about a procedure they've had, or to message them about a question. But that's not all allowed. They're censoring normal stuff that I don't understand, and what worries me is that all adult normal conversations will be banned for long.
I don't know why they want to get rid of porn so bad because there's just so much of it.
Porn is profitable, and they're not profiting off of it. There you go. That answers your question.
And porn makes so much money that anybody that has already made tons of cash isn't going to stop anyway.
They're not making the money, so they're trying to regulate it. That is exactly what that is. I can guarantee you. And I can't even view certain posts about the TV show Bridgerton. It's just ridiculous. What the fuck is going on with the sensitive shit? I swear things were more like 2 days ago now. Apparently the world is ending. This happened so fast. I'm imagining all the idiotic parents and more conservative people pumping their fists in the air now that their children are protected from regulated porn sites, even though they can... Fucking Rule 34 is not regulated. I think that, I don't think that they're going to regulate Rule 34. Because I don't know where they're based off of, actually. Even then, I believe I remember reading, I don't know where the fuck it is, though. I need to fucking find it eventually. But, the U.S. has been telling, the U.S. has been telling the U.K. and, Australia to lay the fuck off on their censorship.
Didn't this start for us like a year or two ago with Pornhub getting banned in a few states?
Yeah, Kentucky's one of them. Because I was curious. I was like, I wonder what fucking... Because I read about it last night. I've been wanting to do a video on this for like a little bit. But I've been unable to. Just because I didn't know what the fuck to talk about. but I've gotten some inspiration, and now I'm just like, oh, okay.
You'll BRB, by the way.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep reading for my content and all that stuff. I'm imagining all the idiotic parents and all more conservative people pumping their fists in the air for now their children are protected from regulated porn sites, even though they could easily just do it themselves if they took 10 minutes to Google it. Not realizing this is just the start of the government censoring everything and turning the UK into a police state, using child protection as a safe baseline to implement it, and slowly starting to block and censor everything else that isn't deemed righteous in their vision of the future. Then they will complain and despair once everything gets so much worse. Shrug. It's over. States in the U.S. has already passed similar laws. We are cooked. That's not to mention everything else. We have been overwhelmed. There's nothing really to stop it. They prey on people's fears to take away their rights. That is untrue. There is a way to stop it. There is a way to stop it. VPNs, motherfucker. They can't stop a VPN. And if they try to ban VPNs, they're going to have some fucking problems because the government uses it. Excuse me. The government uses VPNs. There's not much we can do to stop it legally. The same old problem we've seen throughout history of all those powers and power abusing said power. There are historically proven ways to deal with them. Sooner or later, enough people get tired. There are human rights being trampled on, and they will respond. Hi. Hello, how are you? My name is Bookmongrel, and we are talking about some real shit today! Get the fuck off my screen, Online Safety Act. You're the person who needs to speak the loudest.
What happened?
Online Safety Act in the UK, and America suddenly realizing that they have a similar act, and now everything is being fucking censored, and you, yes you, dear viewer, have a way to stop it! VPNs! Alright, let's see here. There was some more...
I have returned.
Yeah. What happened there? Oh, r/Asmongold. Okay. What is this? Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell nah. And yeah.
Yeah. I'm not looking at this shit.
Oh, I didn't notice you were streaming.
Hello. Alright, let's continue looking at this video, because this has some actual really good shit in it. 41. There we go.
IO to remove adult games. What started off as just, let's ban the porn and protect the kids, has now turned into straight up the entirety of the internet
My
getting
grandma has a
collectively
VPN
censored
internet.
back to back. And you can no longer say that this is just affecting, let's say, the United Kingdom. We have YouTube going into this, and they are now testing stuff with the United States.
That right there. I've already spoken about this. What do you think about that? What do you think about the AI detecting if you're under 18? Because I can tell you my first thought about that. But go ahead. Like tell me, what do you think? What is your opinion? Because I can tell you mine.
I'm not too bothered by it just as long as it's actually effective and doesn't just shoot down people for zero reason.
Oh no, it's going to. It's going to. It's going to be rigged. They're going to say, oh, well, actually, there's bugs of it, so it's actually detecting your gender incorrect. Not gender. It's actually detecting your age incorrectly. That's a fucking lie.
So basically, if you're not 18, you can't watch your shit. Nah, I would jump off a bridge. They need to test the fuck out of it.
It's coming out on the 13th. They're not testing shit. They're just trying to see if it's feasible to get on every single platform. Like with YouTube trying to stop you from watching YouTube if you have an ad blocker, which I have several. Fuck you. I have an ad blocker that works, and if it doesn't work, I have another ad blocker. So fuck you, YouTube. I'm not paying for your shitty ass premium.
In the return of the class.
Yes, August. Like I'm not kidding. Right here, the 13th. 2 Wednesdays from now. That is when
YouTube using AI to see if you're under 18 by looking in watching history.
Right. But Okay, here's here's the thing. I like Forsaken. Forsaken is a Roblox game. Forsaken isn't necessarily catered for kids, but YouTube will see that Forsaken is a Roblox game, therefore will say that I'm under 18 and that I have to give them my ID. So I'm not fucking doing that. It says specifically in the US here, so I'm just going to use a VPN and set myself to like Mongolia or something. I don't fucking know. And you should too, seriously. Like that's this is something we have the power to fight against, but as stated in the video that I am recording right now, they are trying to take away not only your freedom of speech and your freedom of self-expression, they are trying to take away your freedom of thought. Because as stated before, they're censoring LGBTQ shit on Twitter in the UK. Who's to say with the current regime, yes, regime, that we have in the United States of America, who's to say that we're not next? Who's to say that people like me, who, again, I have a condition, I produce more testosterone than I should, I kind of look like a dude, okay? Who's to say that people like me aren't going to get fucking censored off of YouTube because, oh, well, you're not safe for children. The LGBTQ is safe for children. It's the fucking pedophiles that aren't.
They're gonna delete Forsaken videos cause you kill players and shit. So the AI is gonna tell the game is.
Right. Exactly. You are 100% correct. Like, good job. Good job for you. Like, fucking Matroska speaking from the void. Shut the fuck up, Matroska. I shake you like the baby you are. Oh! But oh dear. Like, you are 100% correct. Once they get this AI rolled out on the platform, they're gonna start deleting videos. Well, actually, because you are under 18, even though they haven't even fucking confirmed that you're under 18, you are not allowed to watch these videos. What type of content is dictated as being for adults? What type of content? It's like, seriously. What do you... Like, all this stuff here, it's hitting YouTube now. The censorship war continues. From PenguinZ, from Some Ordinary Gamers, from PenguinZ, you know. This stuff can be dictated as for adults. But this stuff isn't. Okay. Like, r/, what is r/ considered for adults? Is this considered for adults? Is Nintendo drama considered for adults? Not only are they completely changing the way that they show videos for YouTube. You're just scrolling, you're like, also based fucking profile, but not profile, based image in the background, by the way.
Bro, we submitted the age for signing into YouTube and now they think we're under 18.
Right. Why, what? That is exactly my point. Like, what are we supposed to do? Obviously the answer is use a VPN, but I'm gonna tell you guys a funny little secret. VPNs don't always work. Not because it's a shit VPN, but because the way your browser works. Your browser has the possibility to not only track your location, your time zone, yada yada, but if you're using a VPN, they have the ability to track your time zone offset. Essentially, let's say you're using Chrome, which is the worst fucking browser right here. Let's say I log into Chrome and I type in, cat kissing, I don't know, right? And let's say I pretend I have a VPN over here, right? And I'm in like Norway. They're going to not only check, oh yeah, well you're in Norway. They're going to check your fucking time zone and your date. So right here, they're going to see, oh, wait a minute, you're not in Norway.
Imagine the police case videos.
Right. But you're not in Norway, because your local time right here is 12:33 p.m. So you're not in Norway, you're here. So if you're not in Norway, you must be in this location because of your time zone. So which means you're not allowed to use certain browsers. Now I'm not sure if Opera does that. Okay, so now that we're on that topic, how do browsers track your time zone? I think it's this. Right. Browser language is determined by setting your internet browser. View the browser settings or options. Time zones are not captured from the IP address, right? But rather the time setting on the computer. So you would literally have to change the time setting on your computer. Browsers determine your location by using a combination of sources like your IP address, Wi-Fi information, or the information you've entered to the website yourself.
Now imagine the underage kids searching 34. They wouldn't cause this item they gonna put.
Right.
What did I come to?
We're talking about internet censorship and all that shit and how it is fucking horrible. And this is okay. So even then, you would need to figure out which I don't think Opera does this. I don't think Opera tracks your what is it? I don't think Opera tracks your time zone when it's figuring out your location, but we can't be sure. I haven't checked it, but one would think that a browser that prides itself on, privacy and, being sleek and efficient for gamers, which this is not sleek and efficient, but whatever.
Bro, this is tougher than Roblox removing R6.
Right? Jesus.
I'm throwing facts, goddamn. Emma, go to free animate on Roblox.
Alright, let's check this out. Let's continue.
This alone showcases that this is not just one country, this is not just one niche little area, this is affecting massive sites around the entire internet, and now even YouTube is falling to the censorship storm that...
Correct. Absolutely, we are. And, there's no... Again, what is the average viewer supposed to do?
That has been ongoing. I want to outline just this in particular, how bad this is. I mean, I want to cover all this. There's a lot to talk about here. But this one in particular is really bad for one reason alone. Anytime YouTube ever implements a automated system with AI or whatever...
It's rigged. It's rigged. He's gonna say it's rigged.
It goes horribly wrong.
Correct! It's rigged! It is fucking rigged! I am going to prove this shit. I guarantee you it's going to say that everyone's under 18, and then it's going to force them to give out their ID so that they could track you.
Anyone that is not just a content creator, but someone that just browsers, YouTube knows this. To messed up algorithms, to videos not showing up, to videos being instantly demonetized or removed.
Correct! I've got a funny fucking feeling that as soon as I'm done with this stream, it's gonna get removed. And if it isn't removed, God bless, praise the fucking things above.
This is rigged.
It is. It is rigged. It's rigged. It's going to be rigged. There is no way that it's not... God, if I had a fucking webcam right now, you guys would see the crazy ass pose. And I'm doing like the light, not light, I'm doing like the fucking, L pose from Death Note while I'm sitting in my chair. God.
To just improper
This is
copyright,
newest rigged thing is history.
Notifications on videos or content ID, all sorts of things. When you have these automated systems, YouTube's automated systems usually just, it's horrible. They are implemented in such a bad way that it effectively hurts.
They started all of that because UK did that Now U.S.A is copying everyone here. That's bullshit.
No, actually, I believe our Online Safety Act is older than theirs is. Because if not, it's around the same age because it's been, we've had ours since 2023, but we just haven't acted on it very well. It was originally a state thing, oh yeah, states get to choose, yada yada, but now it's a big-ass program such as YouTube is trying to do this, and it's kind of fucked up. So again, VPNs on your phone would work because it's an app, it's not a web browser, right? But as for your PC, you would have to use a secure browser that doesn't track your time zone for your location and whatnot. So I honestly would recommend using dark web browsers if you can find them, because there's a couple. I just use Opera GX because it's just what I use. I like the background music; it's good for my videos, right? But it's surreal. Just a couple days ago, we were fine. We were free, and now we are in essentially an internet apocalypse. I know it's kind of corny to call it that, but I'm not wrong, am I? Our freedoms every single fucking day, every day that they try to force this shit, we are getting silenced. Not only
I get it now. Imagine they delete YouTube Kids, because with the new system, the offensive videos will disappear.
Why even have YouTube Kids at this point? You're
This is
spot
fucking
on.
rigged.
It is. It's 100%. You're right. There's no. You need a VPN, and they can't ban VPNs because they use VPNs. Okay, they're gonna try, but then they're gonna realize, oh wait, actually we use VPNs in the government space. So they're gonna have some bullshit bill and say, oh yeah, well actually you can't. We can use VPNs, but you can't. Fuck you. Respectfully, fuck you. Suck my dick. Drown on the cum from my balls because you are a dumbass. Okay? Like respectfully. You can't go out there and say, oh, we can use it. You can't. Because this is a way of protecting ourselves from the policies that you have implemented. And I believe the entire system, correct me if I'm wrong, but the entire system of government that we have was specifically made a system of checks and balances to prevent totalitarianism in the government. And now that is exactly what's happening. So, yeah. That's lovely. Let's continue watching this, because then we're going to go back into the game censorship and how this affects us as people.
Thousands upon thousands of people. And the fact that YouTube is just suddenly rolling out this AI to be able to detect if users are actually under 18, this is going to lead to so many people...
This is dumber than the fucking
theoretically
removing
having
R6.
their accounts just removed. And even content creators at that. And let me give an explanation to this, of why that's important. Like,
you don't need a fucking explanation. I think I've
This
done...
is rigged as fucking history.
I think I've done a lot of the speaking here, but let's go back briefly before my lungs give out from the shit that I've been saying. Oh dear. Let's go back briefly into the way internet censorship is affecting games. Let's see here. Steam. Oh wait, no, actually there's a video I wanted to show you. Let's see here. UK on censorship, because they're the first, and yeah, Britain is finished. Oh my fucking god, diabolical. Diabolical fucking thumbnail. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh, hero, hey. Okay. Let's check this guy out. Hold on.
I've often said on this channel, the most powerful weapon any government can use to crush dissent is to restrict what you're allowed to say.
What a thumbnail.
True. This is
Alice taking over the world that is fucking shit.
This is true. Yeah, we are literally in our AI apocalypse, and it's only going to get worse. We are on the cusp. We are kissing the edge of the bosom of demise. We are staring death into the eyes. But it is not a fucking skeleton. It is a fucking computer program that will kill us. It is not, it's not plagues or war. It is fucking computer programs controlling what we have to say, which is restricting our freedoms. Yeah. Cool. Lovely.
In Orwell's 1984, the government didn't simply control your words, it watched you speak them.
Or
And in
ChatGPT
2020
XD.
Yeah, well, okay. ChatGPT is kind of dumb. I like to call it slut GPT because it literally gives meat rides you, and you can just put in like fucking programs into it, and not programs. You can put in prompts into it. You can completely jailbreak it. So I'm not too worried about that.
This is the closest thing to an AI apocalypse.
Pretty much, yeah.
Lazy GPT.
Yeah.
25, the UK has just passed sweeping new laws, supposedly to protect children online.
No.
Beneath the hood, it's a blueprint for censorship, a shift from privacy to permission, from open access to surveillance. And to absolutely nobody's surprise, this isn't only happening in the UK.
I'd rather watch paint dry than fucking Al taking over the world.
Yeah. That's like the most boring apocalypse. And that's the thing. Everyone always sensationalizes the big, lovely, like, oh, explosion, like Fallout, those kinds of apocalypses, you know? Or zombie apocalypses, but our apocalypse is boring. You know, I'd rather live in a hellish apocalypse than live in a boring apocalypse like this one. So, yeah.
Australia is next this coming December. Similar laws are taking shape in parts of the US. And if you think this won't reach your country, you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it's already here.
What exactly is this UK law? It's called the Online Safety Act, and as of July 25, it's in full effect. The government says it's designed to protect children from harmful online content, things like pornography.
The AI will eradicate kids.
I wouldn't say that, but it's definitely going to try to do its best to in quotation marks, protect kids. But in all actuality, it's just hiding what... You know, this was all started by, or at least the game censorship was all started by a group of so-called feminists, right?
Al is a big back.
Right, like the whole, like, the game bullshit was...
Ento like physical, I mean on gmize and shit.
The game censorship, like, with Detroit Become Human and GTA and all that stuff.
Games asterisk.
Yeah, that was all started by a group of so-called feminists. They, I think they're too worried about, because their leader is anti-abortion. Which is, like, the exact opposite of feminism. Because abortion rights were started by the feminist movement.
The whole idea of this is to just end freedom.
Pretty much, and that's the title of the video. Title of the video is literally they are trying to take away your freedom of thought. Not speech, not self-expression, your freedom of thought. You as a person are not allowed to think unless they accept it. It makes me worry about schools now, you know? Like, this is kind of off topic, but if you think about it, it isn't. Because they're trying to censor adult shit, but history is adult shit. And history itself is...
Your freedom to search whatever you want, like strict parents.
Right. But I'm talking about, like, history. Like, actual physical history, like U.S. history. All the shit that... Slavery, you know? They're gonna try and hide that shit. And I can guarantee that, actually. They're gonna try and wash away the horrors of slavery. They already have, actually, because when I was in high school, I could see them changing shit. Like, for, because I have
I'd rather go back to first grade than Al taking over the fucking earth.
Yeah. It's not just that. It's not just AI, though. It's people. Human greed is restricting our ability to be people. We are not allowed to think unless they mandate it. That's what's going on. And I feel so fucking sorry for the kids who are going to have to grow up in places like this. I know I'm not usually like a big social commentary person or streamer.
AI use people.
I'm not a big social commentary YouTuber or streamer. You know, I just dick around, I play Forsaken. I'm a kid, right? I might be an adult, but I'm a kid because I just turned 18. I don't know what future you guys have, honestly. I don't understand what you guys are going to do. I don't know. First, they want to take away, which I'll do this in a separate video, but first they want to take away actual modern teaching in classrooms. And then they want to take away...
Dang, I'm only 15, dang.
And then they want to take away your ability to search things for yourself. They want you to use the AI. Because it makes money. It's all money. Right. Well, I have been Bookmongrel. This has been hell. We are living in hell. And this is goodbye.